up, you guys? It's Diane Nicole here, back with another Navy video. A lot of you guys have been asking me, am I re-enlisting? What I think about the Navy since I've been in for almost 4 years. And just asking for advice since they're joining the Navy. So it's about time I answer some more Navy questions. Stay tuned. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit your post notifications so you can be updated every time I upload a video. But first, your girl got to get out this uniform. I hope you didn't think I was about to keep this uniform on this whole entire video, because I am not. What is up, you guys? So now that I am back, you're gonna change out of that uniform. I can get comfortable and talk. So as you guys know, I've been in the Navy for almost 4 years now. It'll be 4 years in April, and I have a little bit more time left after that because I ended up extending my contract for what I thought was 12 months, but it's 18 months. So yeah, that's that. So what I will say first is, if you are looking to join the Navy and it's something that you really want to do, don't let nobody talk you out of it. Go for it, because especially if you're young and you're fresh out of high school and you're not ready to go to college yet, but you want to get out your parents' house and, you know, experience life, it could be a really great experience and fun experience for you. Don't let anybody's experience in the Navy determine your success. That being said, am I re-enlisting? No. I do plan on going reserves, but I do not plan on re-enlisting. As you guys know, I have a daughter and my family is just too important to me for me to be going back and forth to sea duty. It's a lot when it comes to having a family. So that's not something that I want my daughter to keep experiencing, being away from her mom. If I didn't have a daughter, then yes, I would. But I want to expand my family and have more kids. So no, I'm not re-enlisting. I'm a CS, and everybody who knows me knows I love to cook. That's my passion. That's what I will be doing when I get out. Might not necessarily be cooking, but I will be doing something in that field, in the food industry. So as a CS, and as somebody who was already prior culinary school, baking and cooking before the Navy, I didn't really learn. I've learned a lot of ins and outs that I will take with me when it comes to opening my own restaurant. But as far as cooking skills and other things like that, I didn't really gain too much extra knowledge. I feel like I can make way more money doing catering and stuff and cooking the food that I love to cook outside the Navy. I kind of regret joining at the age that I joined. If I would have joined when I was fresh out of high school, I would be a chief by now. When there's people my age that are chiefs, first classes. So yeah, so that I kind of regret not joining earlier. And but it's cool. You know, I feel like at the age that I did join, I already knew what I wanted to do. I came in and I'm handling my business, period. So if you are looking to join as a CS and you love to cook, I will tell you that it's not what you expect. As far as the money goes, anybody in the military will tell you we don't make enough money, especially for being away from our families and always gone. The military definitely needs to get paid more. So if you're looking to be rich because you joined the military, though, no, there's ways that you can save a lot of money, especially when you're on deployment. Now, if you are on deployment and you're an E1, and I've seen this so many times, a lot of these young girls and guys, they just, every port you hit, they just shopping away, spending all their money, buying all these drinks and drinking their money away. Now, if you do that, you're not going to save any money. But if you come in and you save your money wisely, you can leave deployment sitting very nice. Now, don't get back to port and get this big old car payment, $600 car payment when you're living on the ship. That just don't make any sense to me, but people do it. So there's ways that you can make save a lot of money in the Navy. And that just depends on your rate. You might join in as a HM and never even see a ship, or you know, whatever the case may be. I've known plenty of people where that happened too. So where they wanted to experience going on deployment, but they never got the opportunity to because of their rate. Now, when it comes to choosing a rate, I would say choose a rate wisely. Look at what you want to do after you get out the Navy, and then go from there when it comes to choosing a rate. Because everything that I do in the military, one counts as college credits for me. So I'm getting my bachelor's in business and hospitality management. I already have college credits that the Navy, that I got from the Navy that they're accepting. But I'm a CS. So if you want to go to school for criminal justice and you're an HM, a lot of those, you might get some college credits, but it might not be as much as you could have got if you would have joined as a MA. So think about that before you sign a contract and join. Think about your future. I know a lot of you guys are young, so you're just joining, you're just picking a rate, but sit down and really think about your future. Don't put all your eggs in one basket in the military. Make sure you have plans for after the military. That's where a lot of people get stuck in the military. They hate the military so much, but they're staying in. Why? Because they're either stuck because they put themselves in so much debt, or they don't have any goals, ambitions, or dreams. They don't know what civilian life is like, so they don't even know where to start. Me, I was a civilian a lot longer than I was in the military. So my resume is pretty big, and yeah, I kind of miss civilian life. Another thing I want to talk about is the healthcare in the military. I know a lot of you heard that saying, you get what you pay for, and since we do not pay for healthcare, our healthcare sucks. So, and that's just me that's my opinion, and that's honest. I've seen so many people get turned away on the ship for ship medical for reasons they shouldn't be turned away, or just given ibuprofen. I've seen people get expired medicine on the ship, or a lot of the HMs, whatever, don't know what's going on with you, so they just treat you for something else, or don't diagnose you, or do one test and think, oh, that's it, she's fine, she doesn't, nothing's going on, send her back to the ship, and then something ends up happening. So I've seen so much, but when it comes to your health, I would say if you're young and you're still on your parents' health care, stay on it. Stay on it till you're 25 or whatever, whenever the cutoff is. Still have, still of course you'll have the military medical, but if something is serious and you need second opinions or things like that, you'll be able to do that without it costing you an arm and a leg, because you have that secondary health insurance. So definitely think about that, because the military medical is not great, and anybody that is in the military will tell you the same thing. So that's one thing I do miss about civilian life. I had really great OBGYNs and doctors when I was a civilian. So I definitely miss that part of being a civilian, and I want that back. One thing good about the healthcare that I can say is I got to have my baby, for free. I didn't have a hospital bill, but my personal experience with having my daughter in the military at a military hospital wasn't bad. So kudos to them for that. I have experienced a lot of people who are very stressed out and emotionally and physically drained from the military, and it's causing a lot of people to lose their minds, or especially on deployment. Deployment is hard for a lot of people who commit suicides and things like that, and it can get to you emotionally. I know a lot of people who are away from their families, who haven't seen their families in a long time, especially moms, and it's very hard. It's not easy, but it's what we signed up for, so we do it. Not necessarily because we want to, but because we signed a contract. But I feel like a lot of people in the military, I feel like the military itself is not family oriented. they say they are. The Navy especially, they said they are, but they're really not. They're really not. So if you are strong into really wanting to have a family, be a mom, be a dad, and be there for your kids, make sure you think about joining the military, or have a plan and time frame of when you want to start having a family. Now, another thing that I do not like about the Navy is I've heard and seen so much sexual assault, abuse, and things that just get swept under the rug that I don't like and I don't agree with. It has not personally happened to me, but it has personally happened to people that I know and that are friends with. So anyways, the military is not for everybody. Not a lot of people make it, especially those 20 years. A lot of people don't join and actually do 20 years. A lot of people do their first contract and they get out. So the military isn't for everybody, but if this is something that you really want to do, you can be very successful at it. I've seen so many people in the military who've gotten out and landed amazing jobs, started their own businesses. So to me, the military is a stepping stone for me to get to my ultimate goal, and that's to start my catering company. But at the end of the day, you have to sit down and determine what your goals are for yourself, what you're trying to accomplish, and see if the Navy fits in that. You might get in and you hate it. You might get in and you love it. You might get in and just, I don't know, you just rank up quick and it is what it is. Now, when you are thinking about joining and picking rates, talk to somebody that's in the Navy so they can tell you about the quotas and things like that, because compared to other branches, that's one thing I don't like about the Navy. We have to take exams to rank up. Now you can get mapped, but not everybody will get mapped, and getting mapped is pretty much getting promoted to the next pay rate without having to take the exam, or even if you took the exam, they can map you anyway. So but we take an exam, and then after that we wait months to find out if we passed the exam and made it. And then after that, depending on how high you scored on the exam, you can get paid really quick, or it could take you 3 to 6 months to get paid, which suck. A lot of, like I heard the Army, they just do a board. So if they feel like they're ready for you to reach the next pay grade, you board and you know, they rank you up. The Navy, no, it's totally different. So if you are considering being a HM, you might want to join as something else, because HMs sometimes do their whole contract as a seaman or as a third class, or even I know people who've been in there 14 years and they're only a second class. So choose your rate wisely. I know people who are OSs and they're second classes and they only been in for about 2 years. So it really depends on your rate. Now, OS quota, their quotas are 100% for third and for second. And there's a couple of other rates like that. But keep in mind also, what are you going to do outside of the military after your contract? As an OS, what are you going to do outside the military after your contract? So think about that. Are these going to count towards college credits for you for what you want to accomplish? So think about that. So when there's rates like CS, LS, HM, MA, things like that, they might not necessarily rank up as quick as an OS, but they land some really good jobs after they get out the military. I met someone who knows a CS who made second, but he ended up getting out, and now he's a GM for about 5 to 10 McDonald's and making well over $100,000 a year. So keep that in mind when you are picking rates. If you don't plan on staying in the military, in the Navy for 20 years, you have to have plans after the Navy. If you're in and you think it's you're ready to get out or things like that, then make sure you prepare yourself for that exit plan, and you leave the Navy with some money saved up and a game plan for your next step. But yeah, like I said, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Have a game plan, have goals, figure out what you want to do inside and outside the Navy, and focus on that. Don't let my video or anybody else's video determine whether or not you want to join the Navy, because your experience can be totally different from mine. My experience can be totally different from yours. This is just my personal experience and what I feel about being in the military. So, but I will say that it has been somewhat of a experience for me. I've got to see so many beautiful places that I probably wouldn't have gotten to see this soon. So I'm very grateful for that opportunity. But yeah, but at this point in my life, I plan on finishing my contract and doing what's best for me and my family. And I have so many other goals and things that I'm accomplishing outside the military that I'm 100% focused on that. And I can't be 100% focused on that and give the Navy 100%. So yeah, but that's all I have for right now. If you guys have any questions, comments, make sure you write them down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope I answered some of you guys' questions. But thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will be back with more videos. Talk to you soon. Bye.